Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Again, back with your Monday lesson. Yes, I have not changed clothes because I'm recording most of these videos in the same day. So, have fun. All right, it's Miss Pearl, your 6th grade science teacher. Now, we went over abrasion, which was the rubbing of different wind and different water and just rocks against each other, and that was abrasion. Now, let's go over 2 other types of weathering. Now, it is dinner time, and I made myself a delicious baked potato. And, of course, I added lots of butter because I love it. But I have 2 sweet potatoes. This one's nice and hot, and you can see that it contracted, okay? It was really nice and solid, and when it heated up, it expanded the skin. So now, in cooking with Miss Pearl, we're able to remove the skin easy, just kind of flaking it off, okay? Simple, just peeling it off, like a layer. This is kind of like our exfoliation, where the top part comes off. It's been hot and cooled over time, multiple times, hot and cooled, and it just peels off. And you can just cut right into it, okay? So see, it's got all these little cracks in here. All right, so that is what exfoliation is. It's just being able to come off the top, okay? Just like when you feel like you've got dry skin or skin after sunburn, and it peels off. All right, so I'm gonna put my butter in. Probably way too much butter, I know. But I love sweet taste butter. So I put all the butter in, and it's all going in to the nice, wonderful little nooks and crannies of a sweet potato. As you can see right here. Delicious. Cooking with Miss Pearl. All right, I normally would put cinnamon to make it even better and to add more calories, but we are looking at where I'm just adding all the butter to the potato. Now, what happens if I don't eat this now? And I think, I'll eat it later. Well, as I'm eating it later, all that butter has gotten all into the nooks and crannies of it. And because I freeze it and then I warm it up again, it all expands. So that's what our frost wedging is. Here, our potato, I can wear this down correctly over time. I can rub it. I can wear it down over time, right? That is what abrasion is. But exfoliation, frost wedging, and thermal expansion and contraction, those are dealing with weather and climate, the hot and cold. So just as we learned our heat transfer, convection, conduction, and radiation, our frost wedging is where the thing is just normal, living a good life. It's rain, it already has some cracks in it, but it's still good. And all the rain gets into it, gets all nice and cuddly, and then it freezes overnight. And because it freezes, it contracts, but then it expands because it comes more water, so it needs more area. So just like my potato with my butter, okay, it's gotten all in there, as you can see, and it's got all that deliciousness. But this is just, if I was to freeze this again, or put it in the refrigerator and warm it up again, it would expand even more. So when you're hot in your house, do you want to cuddle up under a blanket and get close? No, you want to lay out, you want to explore. That's why this potato is so easy to cut and go open, because it just wants to expand. Okay, that's what our thermal expansion is. But when it contracts, when you get cold, you want to get under that blanket. All right, you want to get so comfortable and cozy. That's what our contraction is. So today, we're going to look at different ways we've seen thermal expansion, exfoliation, and contraction. Okay? And some frost wedging. Now, would you say frost wedging is happening in Florida? Gosh, no. No, we don't have that frost wedging. You gotta go further places. So the pictures that I'm putting in your assignment for your discussion are all going to be different areas where you would see frost. Okay? So naming some simple states just here in America is, let's look at Alaska. Let's look at Wyoming. Let's look at anywhere up north of us. That's where you're going to find your frost wedging, your thermal expansion, because it can get hot and it can get cold. We tend to stay very warm here around. This is why our climate is quite higher than other places. That's why we have that tropical climate, going back to that. But places like the desert, where it's super hot during the day, but super cold at night, you're going to see some difference in those rocks. Now, one of the parts of our rock cycle is they need heat and pressure. Now, heat and pressure, does that mean that I'm putting pressure on them, saying their homework's due? No, this is like pressure, like pounding together, okay? So don't think that I'm giving the rock some tests. No, and it takes over a long time to get to that cycle. So over time, it's not just like, oh, igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary. No, it takes time and heat and pressure. And that's why we're learning about weathering right now. There are several different ways that things get weathered. Then we're going to look at wind, we're going to look at rain, and we're 100% going to be looking at rivers. Rivers are amazing. They make their own ways. And all the notes and everything that you need is listed in our team's channel. I posted all the notes for everyone's channel, and along with all the reading pages already in Canvas for you. So this activity, this session board that's going to be due for Monday, I want you to write a full paragraph on the different ways that you've seen weathering. Okay, the thermal expansion, the exfoliation with getting that dry skin off, as for us, or losing that hair, or for rocks, just getting rid of that top layer as it just flakes off. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. Again, in my class, I'm looking for 5 to 7 paragraphs. Weathering is amazing. It shows how we've literally broken down different parts in Earth and changed our surface. Going back to that geosphere. Now, one of the things we're looking at now is our heat. And our heat comes from, you're right, our atmosphere. Thank you, guys. Our atmosphere, because we get that radiation from those sun's rays. Have you guys ever walked outside and touched random rock, just saying, this rock looks fun, let me pet it? I know not everyone does that, like myself. But you ever feel them? They're hot. That's what's talking about that heat and pressure. That's why they change and they weather down. Our surface in Florida looks way different due to rain, especially from hurricanes, which we learned in our previous unit. But also from a big one, we are surrounded by the ocean. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. This is only a 10-minute video. You are lucky. But I want you guys to look at those different types of weathering. Okay? As we go on, we're going to look at different landforms. But today, let's just check out and describe frost wedging, thermal expansion, and contraction, and exfoliation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sad I'm not in class with you, but this is just a piece of me in my lovely house. At one point, I'm sure I'll get the cat in a video, but not today. He's sleeping. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please be excellent for this sub. Please be excellent for the rest of the teachers. And I look forward to Bob giving me a full report when I get back. Bye.